Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome back to Horror Talk. So, our discussion now continues with part 4, the Stroad Timeline. So, after Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, when the rights got sold to Dimension Films, they decided to wipe the Thorn Trilogy off the franchise timeline and continue the Laurie Stroad Timeline. So in this Halloween, these next two films in the franchise were direct sequels to Halloween 1 and 2. So 4, 5 and 6 and also 3 don't exist in this timeline. So in 1998, in time for the franchise's 20th anniversary, we got Halloween H20, 20 years later, which was directed by Steve Miner and starred Jamie Lee Curtis, Adam Arkin, Michelle Williams, yes, young Michelle Williams, Adam Hanbry, Jodie Lynn O'Keefe or something, Janet Leigh, yes, Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee's mother, Josh Hartnett and LL Cool J. So in this one we see Laurie living under the name of Kerry Tate, where she is now a mother and has a son, played by Josh Hartnett. Her son is called John Tate, and we even get LL Cool J in this. Is a security guard called Ronnie Jones. In this one, Laurie is still haunted by the events of the first two Halloween movies, and of course with the anniversary coming up, she then finds out that Michael is alive and he finds her. Because in this she lives in California, so basically Michael makes the trip from Haddonfield, Illinois to California, where he comes back to kill his sister Laurie, and this time she's prepared. She goes all badass and isn't going to go down without a fight. We even see him also targeting his nephew, played by Josh Hartnett, and his girlfriend, played by Molly, played by Michelle Williams. We even see in this film, it has a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, who gets ice skated in the face in the opening scene of this film. And of course, at the time, he was probably known for being in Third Rock from the Sun. Basically, Michael's back to try and kill Laurie. And this is a semi-sequel in an alternate timeline, which is just a direct sequel to H1 and 2. And yeah, after a long game of cat and mouse, Laurie, she finally gets Michael where she wants him when she gets him in a morgue van and crashes it. And then next thing, Michael's at her mercy and she gets an axe and chops off his head. And then basically it ends there. And people actually like this sequel, I think. Well, for me it's a good sequel, and it would have been good just ending there. But of course, people wanted more. They actually ended up making another movie, a sequel to H2O, which was titled, of course, Halloween Resurrection, which came out in the summer, yeah, that's right, the summer of 2002, and not to forget Michael, he was played by Chris Durand in H2O. So we got Halloween Resurrection, which starred Busta Rhymes. That's right, the rapper Busta Rhymes, Bianca Kajinch or something, Thomas Ian Nicholas, Ryan Morani Men or something, Sean Patrick Thomas, Tara Banks, and Jamie Lee Curtis. And playing Michael in this one was Brad Laurie. So Halloween H20 is actually marketed as a comedy slasher. Still in the same timeline as the previous films. The previous film H20 and the original Halloween 1 and 2. This is the eighth film in the franchise, but serves as a fourth installment to the original film. So in this, we find out that Michael isn't dead. He escaped. He put a cop in his costume and escaped. And Laurie killed a cop who was a family man, and Michael got away. I just wondered, how come people never noticed a burnt up cop if he got burnt in the face in the events of the second film? Of course, Dr. Loomis wasn't in these films because, as I say in the previous episode, Donald Pleasance passed away in 1995. Okay, so in this, Laurie is in this, Jamie Lee Curtis is in this, but she dies in the opening scene, and that pretty much made horror fans rage quit there. The film then gets, these people in it, Busta Rhymes and some students, and they make a reality show online because it was the beginning of the digital age and computers were becoming a thing in 2002. And basically, they go to Michael's house, thinking that he's dead and long gone, and decide to make a staged show. And Busta Rhymes even plays Michael Myers, unaware that he's actually telling the real Michael Myers to go away. Yeah, this film, it was sort of almost like a parody, of the other films. I mean, the only good thing in it was probably Michael. His mask was also changed in this, and please ignore the shouting outside. They're all shouting because they're gobshites. Michael, his mask again changes in this. In H20, at one point his mask is CGI'd, and in another part his mask, the forehead on his mask is big. In this, his mask is okay, but we can see his eyes. Pretty much at the end, Michael, he gets tangled in wires in the monitors in the house, and he gets tangled up in wires, and the house gets set on fire, and Busta Rhymes comes in, delivering some cheesy one-liners, go trick or treat motherfucker, fights Michael and kicks his ass, and Michael gets tangled in the wires and burns. And then as he takes the final girl, Busta Rhymes goes, "Yo Michael, happy fucking Halloween," and escapes. Then at the end, Michael gets brought into the morgue, where he's laying with his mask now melting, and his eyes open, and yeah, the film ends there, where the coroner is about to get killed. And do we get a follow-up to that? Do we get an answer? Do we know what happens next? No, we don't, because after that, this film was pretty much a failure. Also, it was out in the summer of that year, 2002, when it's a Halloween horror movie. Should be out in October. Anyway, this film was not a success and pretty much killed the franchise. And this was the last one in the original franchise for now. Next, in 2007, 5 years later, the franchise was rebooted by former White Zombie musician Rob Zombie. And that is what we will be discussing in the next episode of this Horror Talk series. So join me next time where I will be talking about that. Also, do enjoy the rest of 31 as well. Horror Talk will be back in next Thursday. So yeah, be sure to stick around tomorrow for day 11 of 31. So yeah, basically, you know the score by now. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. You can watch the whole series of this Horror Talk series so far in the cards above. So yeah, that's it for this one. So yeah, all my social media links are down below in the description. So until next time, don't have nightmares.